early signs of a heart attack in 10 seconds. This life-saving smartwatch is disrupting the medical industry all over the world. It's called Pulse Tech and has been helping thousands of people across the country to detect early signs of heart attacks and serious diseases. The story behind this product started when Dr. James Hamilton, a renowned cardiologist, witnessed the tragic loss of his own father to an undetected heart condition. Frustrated by the lack of affordable and accessible tools for early detection, Dr. Hamilton dedicated his life to researching and developing a solution that could save.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, my friend. We hear you.
Hello, yeah. My name is Ustaz Jama Degwa.
All right, how I can help you?
You know me now. Why you ask me that question?
Sorry?
Help me as well. Don't you remember me?
No, I do not know you. Who are you?
Connected close together last week.
I don't
And
hear
we are
you.
unable to finish our discussion.
I don't say again what?
I said last week I was connected to you
Are you the one who called himself Ustaz?
by Professor. Yeah.
How are you, Ustaz? How are you doing?
But you, why did you block my boy today?
I blocked what?
Latif, hello? You blocked Latif Hassan.
Because he's a kid. He said he don't accept the hadith. Do you accept the hadith or not? No.
I told you that day.
I'm asking you, don't change the topic, don't shut up. You're asking me why you blocked this guy. This guy, he played game. He claimed first that he don't accept hadith. Do you agree that a Muslim can be a Muslim without accepting hadith? Yes or no?
This is accepted. It has not contradict the Quran.
No, my friend, he did not say that. He said he don't accept the hadith. Anyone, he said I don't accept the hadith.
He didn't tell you that.
Okay, let me ask you. As long it does not contradict the Quran, I will go with you. Your prophet, he said, the sun set in the murky water. Do you agree with that hadith?
Is that what?
Your prophet, he said, the sun set in the murky water.
Can you show me the trace in the Quran?
Show you the verse in the Quran?
The traces of the Quran here.
All right, no problem. Do you see my screen with me?
No.
Okay,
no.
chapter 18, verse number 86. Read it for us.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook.
All right, chapter 18, verse number 86.
Chapter 18.
Yes.
Verse number what? Verse number what?
86.
86. 86. They always run away from the.
Sorry?
Hello?
Yeah?
Why do you always run away from the Bible?
Don't change the topic. Yeah, let's finish what we are talking about. Read the verse.
I said, why do you always run away from quoting the Bible?
My friend, nobody is running away. You are the one is running away from quoting the Quran right now. You are the one is running away from quoting the Quran. You asked me where it says the sun set in the murky water. I gave you the verse, and now you are running away, changing the topic. It is you who's running away. Read the verse for me.
I will read the version.
Okay, go ahead. Nobody is running away, and I will get you busted. You can quote from me from the Bible as much as you want. You can quote from the Bible as much as you want. Read the verse for me. Read the verse for me. We are waiting for you, my friend. Go ahead.
Now, let me take it from verse 83.
Okay.
So, you give me time
Go
to
ahead.
myself.
We are reading. Go
Don't
ahead.
interrupt.
Go ahead.
Now, the Quran said from Allah, not Muhammad said. Quran said, they ask you concerning your name. They will ask you Muhammad. Allah said Muhammad that they will ask you about Dhul Say, tell them, I will ask you something of his story. Tell them that God will tell me about Zulkarnain.
Okay, who is Zulkarnain? Who is Zulkarnain?
And the means.
My friend, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Who is Zulkarnain? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Before you continue, I'm letting you reading. It's okay. We can stop for a second to tell me who is this guy first. Who is Zulkarnain?
Let me finish.
Who is Zulkarnain? If you don't mind.
Finish my reading.
So you do not know who is Zulkarnain? Is that the answer? Do you know who is Zulkarnain or you do not know?
Let me read to the end, please.
Okay, but you promised me you will tell me who is Zulkarnain, right?
I said, please, let me
Okay,
read.
go ahead.
Now said, surely we established his power on earth,
Okay.
and we gave him the ways, means to all ends. 85. One such way he followed. 86. Until he reached the setting of the sun, he found it set in a spring of murky water. Near it he found a people who said, don't condemn. You have authority either to punish them or to treat them with kindness. He said, whoever does wrong, him shall we punish. Then shall he be sent back to his Lord, and he will punish him with a punishment unheard before. But whoever believes and work righteousness, he shall have a goodly reward, and easy will be his task as we order it by our command. So what are you asking me?
My friend, you are very funny. I asked you why your God, he said, I asked you where your God said the water sit in the murky water. So you read the whole chapter and now you're asking me what I'm asking you? So I was asking you two questions now, because you are the one who started it from this. Let me tell you what I'm asking you. Don't cut me. You see, you asked me to let you finish, and now you said to me, what are you asking me? Let me tell you what I'm asking you. First of all, who is Zulkarnain? Number two, how your God say that the sun sit in the murky water? The mic is yours. Who is Zulkarnain? And how the sun sits in the murky water? Go ahead.
Zulkarnain is a messenger of God.
Who is he?
People.
Who is he?
So one day, a messenger of God.
Who is he?
Of Allah.
Who is he? When he was? What is his language? What is his location? What his name? Who is he?
I don't know his location.
Okay, do you know what Al-Qarnayn
Al-Qarnayn.
Do you know what Al-Qarnayn mean? Do you know what Al-Qarnayn mean?
Zulkarnain.
Yeah, what Al-Qarnayn mean?
Show me in the Quran the meaning.
I'm asking you. You are the scholar. You call yourself Ustaz. So let us say I am a person from Nigeria. I'm a person from Nigeria, and you are the Ustaz. So if one of your students call you Mr. Ustaz, which means you're going to be a teacher, who is Zulkarnain and what Zulkarnain mean? What you will say to him?
I told you, Zulkarnain is a messenger of God.
Who is he? Who is he? He is a messenger of God. In which nation? What language? What his name? Zulkarnain. Do you know what Zulkarnain mean?
Meaning of what?
What Zulkarnain meaning? The meaning in Arabic. What Zulkarnain mean?
I don't know.
You do not know, so you call yourself Ustaz. Zulkarnain mean the guy with the two horns. Let me teach you the one you call yourself Ustaz, which means you call yourself teacher and master. Zulkarnain, let me answer you. Let me answer you, Nigerian boy. Boy, you are no Ustaz. You know nothing. You just said I do not know. So let me teach you. Zulkarnain in Arabic, shut up. Let me answer you. Zulkarnain, shut up, let me talk. You do not know. You just said you do not know. Zulkarnain means, let me talk, man. Don't act like a kid. You said you do not know. I know. Zulkarnain means the guy with the two horns. Why he was called the guy with the two horns? Do you know?
Where is it in the Quran?
It's in here in front of you. Zulkarnain. This is what Qarnain means. The guy with the two horns.
Here in the Quran written that the meaning.
It's in front of you, you idiot. This is what the word mean in Arabic. Zulkarnain. This is what Al-Qarnain mean. This is what Al-Qarnain mean.
I said, where in the Quran you found the meaning of
My
the
friend, my friend, this is the Arabic word. The Qurnayn mean two horn. Are you stupid or what? In Arabic, the word Qurnayn. Don't tell me what is the meaning. This is what it says. The Quran says. The Quran says the guy with the two horns. This is not a name, you idiot. You see, you claim to be a teacher, but you are a certified liar. Al Qurnayn in Arabic. Okay, let me show you. If I show you. What Al Qurnayn mean? I'm asking you. You claim to be a teacher. What Al Qurnayn mean?
From the Arab word.
Yeah. And what the word mean? And what the word mean? Mean two horn, correct?
Is he an Arab man?
Yes.
How do I?
Otherwise, hold on. It is an Arabic word. I don't care what it's an Arab man or not. The word is Dhul Qurnayn, mean the guy with the two horn. Yes or no?
Ibrahim is an Arabic word. Ibrahim.
Abdul, listen, Abdul. I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Shut up, you coward. Why Allah called him the guy with the two horns? Do you have an answer?
I said you are a liar. Dhul was not an Arab man.
I am not saying he's an Arab. This is Alexander the Great, you idiot. This is Alexander the Great, you donkey. This is Alexander the Great. This is not an Arab. I am not saying he's an Arab. I am saying Dhul Qurnayn is an Arabic word. Stop, donkey. Listen, donkey. Ustaz, donkey. Listen, Dhul Qurnayn. Okay, let me get you busted. What interpretation would you like me to read for you? What? Who?
I said, is Dhul Qurnayn an Arab man?
No, this is Alexander the Great.
You're telling me now Dhul Qurnayn means man with two horns in Arab word.
I said in Arabic the word Qurnayn mean the guy, Dhul Qurnayn mean the guy with the two horns.
You're a liar.
I am a liar? Okay, I challenge you. Which interpretation you like me to read for you? What interpretation you like me to read for you?
India is not an Arab word.
I asked you, what is the interpretation you like me to read for you?
So that you gave is lie.
I'm asking, Abdul, what's wrong with you? Why you are scared? What interpretation you like me? What interpretation you like me to read for you? Stop playing games.
Hello. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I asked you a question. Is Dhul Qurnayn an Arab man? He said no. You are not given Arab meaning. So what you doing about?
Abdul, is the Quran in Arabic or it's in the Greek?
He said what?
Is the Quran written in Arabic or written in Greek?
Arabic.
Okay. Is Dhul Qurnayn a name? Is Dhul Qurnayn is a name or description? Is Dhul Qurnayn? Shut up. Is Dhul Qurnayn? Shut up. Is Dhul Qurnayn a name or description?
Shut up. Let me talk. Now, Dhul Qurnayn is as look at Abraham. Abraham was a Greek.
Don't change the topic, Abdul. Don't change the topic. Is Dhul Qurnayn a name? Is Dhul Qurnayn a name or description? Is Dhul Qurnayn a name or description?
Dhul Qurnayn was not an Arab man, and you know it. The name was coined from his original name to Arab man. So it is on the original name of Dhul Qurnayn.
Okay, hold on. I want to ask you. You claim to be Ustaz. What is the reference of what you are saying? That Dhul Qurnayn is the name of the guy.
Thank you. I said Dhul Qurnayn was coined from his original name, unlike Abraham.
Abdul, when you mention something to me, I would like you to give me a reference. Where is the reference of what you just said? Can you give me a reference?
Thank you. In the Bible, or in the book of Moses, Abraham was a prophet of God. So, being of Abraham, we know to the Hebrews. Ibrahim is the coined one in Arab world. Abraham was not an Arab man.
Abdul, are you stupid or what? Why you are changing the topic? What Abraham have to do with our Qurnayn? Stop being a liar. Let me get you busted. This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Everybody will laugh at you. You call me, you asking your destiny to be destroyed. Here we go. This is, shut up, you idiot. This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Dhul Qurnayn is a guy with the two horns. Shut up. Shut up, potato. Coward. Read with me and laugh. Big mouth. Coward. Listen, coward. If you want to talk to me, you should let me talk. If you will not let me talk, we cannot talk. Do you agree? Do you agree to let me talk or not? Do you agree to let me talk or not? This is Tafsir al-Tabari. This is Tafsir al-Tabari. Is going to show everybody that you are a certified donkey. Read it for me. I challenge you. I gave you the link. I gave you the link. It's in your Skype. Open it and read it. You do not know Arabic, you are a liar. And this is al-Tabari saying that Zulqarnain was given that description because they beat him twice in his head. Read it. Read it. Read it. Read it, you coward. Why you don't read it? Okay, read it for us. Read al-Tabari. No, read al-Tabari for me. Do you know how to read Arabic? Do you know how to read Arabic? Do you know how to read Arabic?
My phone.
Do you know how to read Arabic?
I'm on Facebook Live.
I don't care. Do you know how to read Arabic? Read it.
So that's why I said I can't see what you're reading.
Read the Tafsir al-Tabari for the verse. Read Tafsir al-Tabari. This is Tafsir al-Tabari.
I love that phone. I don't allow Tafsir. Tafsir is the perception of the writer.
Oh, so Tafsir, okay, let us make it clear. So you agree that the Muslim Tafsir, all of it agree with me, and you are the only one have his own Tafsir.
And because that is the only, back then.
So let me ask you, if there is one Tafsir agree with your donkey, is there is one Tafsir in the world agree with you, Mr. Donkey Ustaz?
You are a fool.
If there is one Tafsir agree with you, are you saying to me that all Muslim scholars agree with me, but not even one scholar agree with you?
I'm splitting it as an understanding.
I want you claim to be Ustaz. When somebody says he's Ustaz, he has to give reference. Okay, where you are giving me your interpretation? Are you giving me your own interpretation? Obviously, yes. Your scholars, they say that this guy was called the man with the two horns because they hit him in his head first time he invited them to Islam. And he got a pimple in his head, it's called a horn.
You told me about another question. Was closer to someone. Idiots.
Okay, Abdul. So the interpretation agree with me. Abdul, listen. Abdul, potato. Potato, stop.
Did you believe that Jesus was sent to the world?
Get lost, donkey. Let your mama call me. And you say to me why I block them? Here we go, I will block you too. You don't let me talk, you don't change the topic. You are a coward, you are a potato, you do not know how to speak Arabic, and you don't agree with your scholars, and now you claim that you have your own interpretation, and you claim that Zulqarnain is a name, and not even a single Muslim in the world agree with that. Zulqarnain, this is what Arabic means, the man with the two horns. You are a certified donkey trying to fool, scam the Nigerian people. We talk about Zulqarnain, you start talking about Abraham. We talk about the sun sitting in murky water, he start talking about Jesus. Potato. So you say to me, why you block that? He's idiot like you, liar like you. He said he don't accept the hadith. Not hadith contradict the Quran. And by the way, all the hadith contradict the Quran. Because the Quran contradicts itself. However, if we show you a hadith not contradicting the Quran, you don't accept it. If we show you a hadith contradict the Quran, still you accept it. As an example, mut'ah. The Quran says you do mut'ah, the hadith says don't do mut'ah. You say to us you don't accept the hadith, contradict the Quran. There is tons of rules are abrogated in Islam, it is in the hadith, not in the Quran, which means this is a contradiction for the Quran. Stupidity. Now, if we go back where he refused to read for us, and you see he asked me to read 10 verses before and 10 verses after, but he did not answer the question how Zulqarnain, the guy with the two horns, found the sun setting in murky water. Do you see it? I mean, who cares even about the name of the Zuhur name? But I'm not going to talk to you because you shout a lot. I noticed that those Nigerian Muslims, they have big mouth, they say nothing, they are foolish. They will not let you talk. And they are like a talking machine, blah, 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 blah. And they say things which is against their cult. When I say something, I show reference, I put it in the screen, everybody read with me. I say Zulqarnain is a guy who got hit in his head first time, and he was killed, and he got the first horn. And then he came to invite his people again to Islam. They hit him again in his head, and he got the second horn. Zulqarnain, as a word in Arabic, means the guy with the two horns. It's not a name you eat the donkey. This is Tafsir al-Tabari. It says the following. جئتم تسألوني عن ذي القرنين وما تجدونه في كتبكم. كان شابا من الروم فجاء فبنى مدينة مصر الإسكندرية. You are coming to me to ask me about the guy with the two horns and what is in your books. He was a young man from the Roman, and he came and he built a city in Egypt. It's called Alexandria. And when he finished, an angel came to him and he took him up to the sky. And he said to him, what do you see? He says, I see my city and many cities. And then he took him up more. And he said to him, what do you see? He says, I see my city. And then he took him up more. He said, what do you see? He said, I see the earth. And this is the ocean. And then he says, Allah, he sent me to you to teach the ignorant and to fix the knowledge. And then he came with him until he found a dam between two mountains, and those mountains are lousy. They are like they fell in the top of each other. And he walked with him until he found Gog and Magog, and then he walked with him into other nations. And their faces is the faces of dogs. They are fighting the people of Gog and Magog. And then he took him more until he walked with him to other nations. They were fighting each other, and their faces are faces of dogs. And then he took him to other nations, etc., etc. So when we say something like this, we prove it. We don't make things up. You claim to be an ustaz. Ustaz mean master, teacher. Shame on you, self-claim. You do not know Arabic. You don't speak Arabic. You cannot read your own books. And you claim knowledge. We ask you a simple question. Who is Zulqarnain? You do not know. You do not know. If I call this guy again, do you think, guys, he will give us the answer, or he will shout, scream, non-stop? He will shout, scream. He will never answer, because he knew he had no knowledge. Let us laugh. Did you hear the interpretation I was reading for you? Did you read the interpretation I was reading for you, Abdul? Are you there? Are you there? No, you are not allowing me to read. I have to stop you so I can read for you. I was reading for you. So did you see my reading?
I don't even see.
Okay, now I want you to read for me the interpretation I gave you, please.
Which one?
I gave it to you in Skype. Open the link and read it, please.
I don't have it here. I'm not with my phone.
You don't have Arabic in your phone, so do you know Arabic?
I don't have my phone with me.
Okay, I'm asking you. Do you know Arabic? Do you know, my friend? I'm asking you. Do you know Arabic? You hang up. He don't know Arabic. He is teaching Islam and he claims that he is a master in Islam, but he do not know Arabic. Let me call him again. He's hanging up on me. The second I said to him, do you know Arabic? Insist to know Arabic. He hang up because this is very embarrassing. This guy, he is making himself equal to Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik do not know Arabic. Didat do not know Arabic, and this donkey do not know Arabic, and yet they claim to be scholars. How in the world you claim to be a scholar but you do not know Arabic? How you can read your books? And you see now I am calling him, he is hanging up, the coward. Very embarrassing. See? He's hanging up. My name is Ustaz. Ustaz, as they say. What a potato. What a cow. What does Zulkarnain mean? Is Zulkarnain an Arab? No, he's not. He's Alexander the Great, you idiot. And how your God, he made Alexander the Great, who is a bisexual, a prophet of God. Alexander the Great is a bisexual. Allah, he chose a bisexual to be a prophet of Allah. And he found the sun set in the murky water. Isn't it, this is amazing? Let us see, we have some callers from Nigeria. Who is next? Okay, call me, Nigerian guy. You will see here in front of me it says, حدثنا ابن حميد قال حدثنا حكام blah 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 blah. It says from it says he ordered them to fear Allah. Zulqarnain, he ordered his people to fear Allah, and they did hit him in his head, in the side of his head, and they killed him. And then Allah, he made him come out again, and they did hit him in the other horn, and he died. This is why he was called the guy with the two horns. Here it says, فَدَعَ قَوْمَهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ. So he invited them to worship Allah. They hit him in his horn, and he died. And Allah brought him back again to life. And then he invited his people again to Allah, and they hit him again in his horn, and he died. And this is why he was called the guy with the two horns. Oh boy. Chat only, I don't chat only. Sorry, you want to talk to me? Call me. I don't do chat. What? Don't waste my time. Let us call the Ustaz. Answer potato, answer carrot. He will not answer, see? That's it. He called me back. He thought maybe he can, you know, gambling. The guy he called me before, we made him shish kebab, and now he tried to retain the honor which was dismissed all over the floor. So he said, maybe if I call him now, maybe I can more lucky. But he noticed right away that he had no luck. He's being stupid. This is how they make money from you. They claim to be people of knowledge, but they cannot read 2 sentences from their book. What Zulqarnain means, he do not know. He think it's a name, the idiot. He think it is a name. What a donkey you are. Now we go back to our topic. As you see, Zulqarnain, He found the sun sitting in the murky water, while the Muslims in their article are speaking about the pearly vision. The Quran says that Allah will challenge mankind. Give me a chance. Answer, Abdul, answer. Answer, Allah will help you, come on. Ustaz. No, not answer. Alright. So as you see, the Quran is full of garbage, and the Muslims, they try to say to us in the Quran, even speaking about when you go in this space, you will have difficulty with your vision. But this is not what the Quran is speaking about. The Quran was talking, if we try even to take them to heaven, they will say we are drunk, we don't believe it. Suddenly it became about spaceship when the Quran even challenged anyone to go to the space. Isn't it the Quran says, none of you can go to the space? Isn't it Allah, He challenged mankind and jinn to go to the space? Let's see. In chapter 55, verse number 33, Allah challenged mankind and jinn both together to leave the zone of the earth. And if you try, look what Allah will do to you. Read with me carefully. O company of jinn and man, if you have power to penetrate all the region of the heaven and the earth, then penetrate them, but you will never be able to do so. And saved by our sanctions. If you go and see what the sanctions, they will say only angels and prophet of God they can go through. If you are not an angel, which means not included in the sanctions, Allah will shoot your ass. There will be sent against you both. Both who? Mankind and jinn who try to go out of the zone of the earth. A fire and the flesh of brass, and you will not escape. Do you see it? This is what Islam is about. The Quran denies and says nobody can leave to the space. And if you try to leave the space, Allah will shoot you. So what the Muslim talking about, the speed of light, spaceship. If you go in the space, you will have a difficulty with your vision, all this fabrication. When the Quran, obviously, is nothing but a fairy tale book. The same as we asked this guy who came to be Ustaz about Zulqarnain, who found the sun set in the murky water. Your God did not even know what the sun said. The sun doesn't set anywhere. When we asked this guy, he said we refuse hadith if it is contradict the Quran. Well, the Quran says the sun set in the murky water. And the hadith confirmed that. Until he reached the setting of the sun. Reach where? The setting of the sun. How in the world can a person reach the setting of the sun? How in the world I can reach that? I do not need to go anywhere to reach the setting of the sun, because the sun set everywhere. So in order to understand, until he reached the sun setting place, he have to be going to a place where the sun set, which is a location. And then he found it. Allah is stating a fact, what he found. The one who's talking here, by the way, is Allah, not the guy who is called Zulqarnain, the man with the two horns. He found it sitting in a spring of murky water. Let us see what Muhammad he say about that. Do Muhammad confirm that the sun set in the murky water? Absolutely. Read it. I was sitting behind Allah Messenger, or Messenger of Allah, who was riding on a donkey while the sun setting. He asked, do you know where this set, which means the sun? I replied, Allah and his apostle know better, so Muhammad have knowledge of Allah. He said, it set in a spring of warm water. And here they call the Arabic word hamia, which actually boiling water. Actually, this is why it's murky, because it's boiling. Is this hadith is weak? Absolutely not. Sahih. Is that a contradiction for the Quran? Absolutely not. So the story confirmed twice. Once explained by the Ustaz Muhammad, the one who called himself prophet, and one explained by the Quran, Ustaz Allah. And now we got Ustaz Nigerian boy busted, who claimed to be a person who have knowledge. He don't speak Arabic, he do not know Arabic, he cannot read Arabic, yet he is teaching about Allah and the religion of Allah. And look how many times I tried to call him, he will not answer. He went offline now to save his ass from more embarrassment. And by the way, the reason he called, because all the Muslims in his page, they are accusing him that he is, he's getting paid by me. Muslims, they are saying that he's a fake person, he cannot be a Muslim. People, they are saying to me that this guy you brought is a fake scholar, he is not a Muslim. Now everybody is watching, and all the Muslims, they can judge which one of us is telling the truth. I said Zulqarnain mean the man with the two horns. He said it's a name.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, just come on your show just to discuss about Islam.
All right. So you're a Muslim, my friend?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the Muslims? They claim that Quran is full of miraculous stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like what?
There's many things, like for example, in the time of the Prophet no one knew about, in the Quran is mentioned about embryology. So in the way our baby looks in the stomach of our mother,
okay,
without science, you won't know.
Okay. Can you give me a verse so we can take a look at it, please?
Yeah, just one moment.
No problem.
Just pull it up. 1 minute.
Do you want me to help you? I can help you. Go to chapter 23, verse number 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one you are looking for, right?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Okay, so read it for us, please. What it says.
Which one?
Chapter 23, verse 14. You said this is the one you are looking for.
Yeah, so he says that so he created a sperm drop, and then the sperm drop was so he made a sperm into a clot of congealed blood. Then Of that cloth, we made a lump. Then we made out of that lump bones and clothed the bone and with flesh. Then we developed out of it another creature. So blessed be Allah, the best to create, to best to create.
So this is the science now. This is science for you.
Yeah, that's definitely science.
How?
The way Allah described it of the what do you call it, the lump in the mother's belly. The way it was exactly perfect as a each.
So according to you, science agree that sperm became a blood.
Into a clot of Injil. Yeah, that's right.
What science says that? Can you show me any reference?
No, I don't have reference to.
So how you know that this is what the science says? I mean, this is not smart, because the sperm will not transform to be a dead blood. Congealed blood is dead blood, and dead blood is dead blood. That's it. Doesn't grow, doesn't do anything. Is dead.
No, there's other reasons. This is just one of them, which I point out. Obviously, I don't know full details about this, but there's many reasons why the Quran is miraculous.
But you are the one who chose this one for me. Remember, it's not me who chose it for you. So
Yeah, that's fine. I can choose a different.
so yeah, I mean, so do you agree now? This one is a lie. Is not true.
No, I need to do more research on it.
Okay, but hold on. Forget about the sperm transform into a congealed blood, which is very fun. Then it says that the clot became a lump, and then the lump became bones, and then we closed the bones with the flesh. So do you think really that Allah, He made you as bones, and then at the end He clothed you with the flesh? Do you agree with that?
It was a process how it was. So it was a lump, then bones, and then there was one moment.
If you want to ask like for help or to call a friend, it's okay.
You're such a hater. What is your what?
Yeah, could you say that again? I'll just got a bit busy.
So according to the verse, I don't know if you can see my screen. Allah, He made you like this, and then at the end He cover you with the flesh. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. So the way it was done, but I don't know too much detail about that. So I'd rather go to a different topic.
Yeah, I don't know. I know, but you are the one who chose it. But I mean, this is very funny, because how He say that He made you bones, and then after that He clothes you with the flesh. What is the heart? What is the? So now we are just bones. So you Muslims, you copy paste. They told you that the embryology in the Quran is amazing, etc. It's just the most silly, stupid thing ever. Okay, I will give you a chance to change the topic. Give me something else. Forget about this one. So this one looked like it is Allah was wrong, and Allah cannot be God. Now, give me something else.
The preservation of the Quran.
Preservation of the Quran. That's wonderful. How the Quran was preserved?
So the way the Quran preserved, for generations, mass transmission. So the Quran came down in mass transmission, and normally you would expect mass transmission to there should be an error in it, but because it came from Allah, there's no error in the Quran. We only have one book.
We just showed you an error. What are you talking about? Didn't we just show you in the same verse? There's a please.
That's according to your according to your opinion.
To me, you are the one who said to me miraculous and science, and we go there. This is error. Same time, the Quran was collected by Muslims, correct?
Pardon?
The Quran was collected by Muslims. Is that correct?
So yeah, it was collected by the Sahaba as a companions.
Okay. What is the Quran of the Sahaba?
The Usmanis.
What is the Quran? What is the Quran of Uthman? Do you have it?
It's verbally. What do you call it? It was memorized.
So how you say we collected, but it's verbally memorized? What kind of collection is collection? Why you don't have a book? You don't have
It's
manuscript.
collected as well. So it's even if there wasn't, for example, just for argument's sake, if you said there's no book, you still what do you call it? Preserved verbally.
Okay. Well, how it's preserved verbally? I want you to give me the verses of stoning today.
Pardon?
I want you to give me a verse, the one which Muhammad he received from Allah to stone women to death for adultery. Do you have it?
Stone women to death. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what
Don't you Muslims agree that if a man or woman they commit adultery and they are married, they have to be stoned to death? Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, this is a verse in the Quran. It was in the Quran. Where we can't find it in the Quran. No.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about the hadith where it comes in the hadith?
No, this is a verse. This is a verse in the Quran. Quran used to have verses of the stoning to death. Verses about the breastfeeding for adults. Many verses are come in the Quran. We cannot find them. And as you see,
It must have been abrogated. The same verses they've
my
been
friend,
abrogated.
how you abrogate the verse by deleting the verse from the Quran? You told me you reserve it because there's verses in the Quran, they are abrogated, but they are in the Quran still. Why you are, and by the way, it's not abrogated because stoning to death is a practice of Muslims today. It's not abrogated. So what do you
No,
mean?
there's certain verses in the Quran, what do you call it? They were the certain verses they abrogated. The certain verses Allah can take out anytime. That this was not this is a period when the revelation was coming. It's not that we can do it now. This was a period when Allah was
Let me ask
sending
you,
the revelation.
did Uthman burn other Quran when he collected the Quran, as you claim?
Yeah.
Okay, how the Muslims preserve the Quran but they burn the Quran?
So what he did was there was because the Quran came, I think it was 7 dialects. So the Quran came in different dialects. So people were getting confused. So what he did, he compiled all the dialects into one book. So it makes it easy for people.
Yeah. So you are saying to me, Allah, He caused people confusion by sending 7 dialects, and it was a mistake, and Uthman, He corrected Allah.
No, it wasn't a mistake.
So why they are
Allah,
confused then?
because they were getting confused because some people were, because the new Muslims that are coming into Islam, they weren't learned enough. So,
Well, now
this is a process.
with the new Quran of Uthman, when you say he put the 7 dialects together, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean? He wrote the same verse to 7 times? No.
No.
So what does that mean?
So the way you wrote the verse, you could read it in different ways. So the Zabur say Beef, you can read it in different ways.
Okay, let me ask you. What is the first chapter Muhammad received as a prophet?
The first verse or chapter?
Chapter or verse is the same.
The verse was Surah, what do you call it now? Surah Alaq.
Okay, is that now the first verse in the Quran?
Yeah, that was first verse.
Okay, but now is it in the first verse in the Quran?
The order, the Prophet told the companion to order it in a different way.
Can you show me the reference that he ordered them to do so?
Let me just check.
I
I've read it before.
will give you 20 years.
Nonetheless, while I'm finding it, nonetheless, he was a companion of the Prophet, so he had authority to compile it.
He had authority to alter the Quran. That's wonderful, guys. If he is a companion of Muhammad, if you are a friend of Muhammad, you have authority to change the Quran. That's wonderful.
No, he was told by the Prophet to.
Okay, even if the Prophet, who is the Prophet who has the authority to change the Quran of Allah? If Allah gave it to him in such a way, who is even Muhammad to change how Allah gave it to him?
Allah inspired him to.
Show me where Muhammad says that. This is a big fat line. There's nowhere it says that.
Who says what? He is inspired by Allah. Everything that the Prophet does is inspired by Allah.
He said to Uthman, change the way the Quran is made. The Quran actually, in chapter 75, verse number 17, Allah said, Inna alayna jam'uhu wa Qur'anahu. It is for us to collect the Quran and to recite the Quran. It is not the duty of you Muslims.
Whatever the Prophet says or does is revelation.
My friend, show me where your Prophet said, write the Quran. The first chapter is Al-Fatiha. Show me.
He won't say it like that, but he will say that
you are
he was
saying to me
given.
that you Muslims, you fabricate your own Quran and you made it the way you wish.
No, the order of the Quran has been told by the Prophet to do it.
Show me.
The Prophet was inspired by Allah.
I tell you to show me where he said that.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay.
Give me 15 minutes.
Did you enter next year? Do you like to call Sheikh Hamza or Ustaz Jama from Nigeria or Zakir Naik or anyone? What do you like to call?
Called Zakir Naik if you want.
Zakir Naik, you have an answer for everything.
Mhm.
Shall I take a nap and come back later?
Yeah, take a nap.
You are funny, by the way. You will not find it, my friend. There's no such a thing. There's no such a thing. Quran never in preserved. It's a big fat lie the Muslims they claim.
No, it's definitely preserved. Just need to find it, and maybe I can send in the comment section. Maybe if you want.
Show me. You can send me if you have something. Even I will put it on the screen if you have. Muslim, they keep, they copy paste. All reference proof that the Quran never been preserved. Never, never. Actually, all reference says the opposite. I can show you tons of reference saying totally the opposite.
Yeah, it says here, the present reading of the Quran is not the work of later generations, but was made by the Prophet ﷺ under God's directions.
Really?
Whenever a chapter was revealed, the Prophet ﷺ summoned his tribes, to whom he carefully dictated his content and instructing them where to place the revelation. So what he did was, when the revelation came, he told them where to put it.
So you have the Quran of Muhammad or Quran of Uthman?
What Uthman did, he when he was in the seven dialects, he made it into one book.
But your prophet, he said, the people cannot handle it with one dialect.
Yeah, so the same people, they could still read from the same book, but it wasn't confusing. So the people were
So
saying
let us
that.
make it clear. Same
Pardon?
people, they need 7 dialects to understand the Quran. Many nations, they cannot understand from one Quran. I mean, how funny that is. So, Arab who speak Arabic, they are in a small village, a small town, it's called Mecca. Still, they need 7 Quran to understand the Quran. But
No,
people from India,
they could understand it. They couldn't recite it because of that the tongue, the way the tongue. The
what
certain
time? They are the
Arabic
same,
words.
we're the same people. What are you talking about? We are Arab. We are the Arab, and we are the same people. So why we need 7 Quran? If the Arab needs 7 Quran in order to understand the Quran or to recite the Quran, a guy from Pakistan, how many Quran he need?
It wasn't the 7. No, it wasn't the 7 Qurans. It was 7 dialects of certain words.
No,
There
it
were
was
certain
7
words they couldn't
Quran. 7
pronounce.
dialect. It means 7 Quran, my friend. The word is different. The whole thing is different. Let me show you. You said to me that the Quran was preserved. That the Quran says the Quran never been preserved, and even Allah actually Himself, He encouraged you to forget the Quran. Isn't it Allah in the Quran? He said that we cause you to forget the Quran.
He did what?
Cause you to forget the Quran.
Yeah, he caused the Prophet to forget the Quran because
Why?
that was the basic. That's one way of obligation.
Why?
Because certain things they weren't needed, so it was taken back.
But there's many verses in the Quran are not needed. Why Muhammad is memorizing? Actually, more than 80% of the Quran is not needed. Read me carefully. It says, none of our revelation we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, but we substitute something better or similar. What is the wisdom of that?
Well, what do you mean? This is the way Allah wanted to do?
What do you mean? It says here that He will cause you to forget to make something similar. So what's the point? So let us make it simple. I will say now, I will make you eat shish kebab. Now I will make you forget what I just said to you, and I will say again, I will make you eat shish kebab. So why I made you forget the first sentence if it's the same as the second sentence?
No, so why was Allah revealed the revelation for that moment, and then He abrogated it and He replaced it with something better or something similar.
So you are saying to me, okay, did you say, aren't you the one who said something better or similar? Did you say better or similar?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I said.
How the Quran can be better than the Quran?
It was a ruling. He's talking about the revelation, the ruling, whatever it is, the
Okay,
ruling was.
so you are saying to me that Allah, He is fixing some mistakes He did, so He is going to give us something better. So He gave us a rule, and then He noticed that those rules are stupid, so He decided to make it better.
No, that's not true.
So what better mean?
What happened was, so what he did was he revealed the revelation, and then the revelation fitted for that moment only. So then he for example, one of the rulings, like for example, alcohol. So one of the rulings that you don't come to the salah with alcohol. So slowly by slowly.
But the ruling of alcohol, he did not cause you to forget them. Here we go. Both of them, they are in the Quran.
Yeah, but they were the verse itself was abrogated afterwards.
My friend, doesn't matter. That's not what I'm saying to you. Here is talking about to be forgotten. What the point of making you forget something if you will make something similar or better? How is that can be? Why? He will cause you to forget. Why he want to cause you to forget?
No, what I'm saying that is a ruling. It's a ruling for that time and period.
That's not the question. Here we go. The Quran, as an example, there's verses that praise the alcohol, saying it's a miracle of Allah, and there's verses saying that don't pray when you are drunk, and there's verses saying don't drink at all. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. See, three of them in the Quran. Allah did not make us forget them. Allah did not delete them, but they are abrogated. One abrogating the other one, no problem. But here he's saying, any verses we caused you to be forgotten. What is the purpose to make you forget the word of Allah if Allah, He promised you to preserve the word of Allah? Doesn't matter if it's going to be valid or not anymore. There's more than 80% of the Quran is not valid no more. So why you want to make us forget the verses?
You have to point to an example where this the way you're saying it took place. I'm saying it was a situation where he revealed it and it was no longer applicable. So then Allah could take it back.
I just showed you example. There's verses until now in the Quran, and they are not to be practiced. As an example,
yeah, but
to be peaceful.
If Allah chooses to do this, either way, He could do it whatever way.
So the Quran, no, the
this.
Quran saying that Allah, He made you forget the Quran, which means the Quran no way is preserved, because according to Islam itself, according to Quran, Allah Himself caused the Quran not to be preserved by making you forget in the Quran. So now, according to this verse, there's many verses was in the Quran. Now you cannot remember it, correct?
No, they weren't supposed to be the final revelation. So whatever Allah made forget, that it wasn't meant to be for the final revelation. So the final.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, my friend. There's verses Allah caused you to forget. Is that true or not? Either you say yes or you say no.
No, He didn't cause me. He didn't cause me to forget.
Who caused who then?
He caused the Prophet to forget.
So, and you get your Quran from who?
Yeah, the Prophet.
Okay, so the Quran forget, you forget it too. So now we have Quran which is missing, and Allah Himself, He do not know, or let us say He caused you to forget it. Now let us see if the Quran is preserved. Do you know the story about the goat eating the Quran?
No what?
The goat eat the Quran.
That the hadith that the goat ate the Quran piece, that doesn't take anything away from Islam.
Okay, so where is the verse of stoning to death? Here we go. The goat ate it, and now we cannot find the verse.
Yeah, that doesn't take anything away from Islam. Allah allowed that.
You Muslim, you say to us the Quran preserved, and there is verses of stoning to death and the breastfeed for adult 10 times. We cannot find them in the Quran.
They were meant to be in the Quran. It's simple as that.
Not meant to be in the Quran by who? By Mrs. Goat. Mrs. Goat decide that I'm going to eat them, so they will not be in the Quran no more. Otherwise, show me the verses. Show me where your prophet said, don't write the verse of stoning to death in the Quran. Show me where your God saying, don't write the verses of breastfeeding for adult 10 times in the Quran.
Allah's all knowledgeable and He's all wise. So if He allowed that to happen.
So maybe Allah is the one who sent the goat to eat the Quran, so those verses will disappear. What do you think?
It was meant to happen that way, so that's how it happened.
We can say
Allah sent it.
The goat was a messenger of Allah, and the goat ate the Quran as an order of Allah.
No, there is no proof for that. So that's just
isn't everything Islam is based by the will of Allah?
So you could say even the rape is by the will of Allah.
Okay,
but that doesn't make any sense.
Let us focus on the goat. The goat who ate the Quran, was it by the will of Allah or against the will of Allah?
So Allah allowed that to take place. That's what He did. So the way He allows murder to take place, even though it's wrong.
So now Allah allowed the goat to eat the verses, and He did not allow the Muslim to remember the verses.
So So he abrogated it.
No, my friend. This is not abrogated. You Muslims until now practice stoning to death. What are you talking about? Until now, in Islamic law, aren't you a Sunni? You are a Sunni or Shia?
Sunni.
Okay, Sunni and Shia actually, both of them, they practice stoning to death. So it's not abrogated. Can you tell me? Can you recite for me the verse of stoning to death?
Don't know that.
Okay, so the goat ate the Quran. Did the goat eat you too? You Muslim, you say that the Quran is preserved in our heart. And now you practice stoning to death, but you don't have the law which is saying to you, practice it to death. Practice the stoning. So now...
I was show me another book that's been preserved by millions, has been memorized, the whole book, by millions of people. Show me another book.
What book?
Show me another religious textbook where it's been memorized by millions of people.
The Jews, the Christians, my mother, she memorized the whole Bible by heart, from cover to cover.
I said million of people.
No problem. But you know, you Muslims, you learn that from the Aramaic. The Aramaic, they sing the Bible singing. They sing it, all of it. They sing it. The whole Bible is a song. The whole Bible for them is a song. And Muhammad, the recitation of the Quran today is exactly what the Aramaic people, how they recite the Bible. As simple as that.
The Quran is such a miracle. It can make a person cry.
The Quran which is preserved. Do you see in front of you in the Hadith it says that Allah, He sent order as a verse of a breast feeding for adult. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, how in the world your God, if He's a true God, He ordered a woman to give her boobs to an adult man to suck it, and he's a stranger?
What are you talking about now?
The breast feeding for adult. How your God is a true God, yet He ordered a woman to give her breast to a stranger, which is a man who is not her from her family, is not her husband, to suck her nipples 10 times in different 10 days until he is satisfied. What kind of God, this God who preserved your book?
This scholar said that this refers to the milk going in a bottle instead of
my friend, it's an adult man.
it's
an adult man. What milk? What? It says suckle. Do you know what suckle? Arda'i. Arda'i is not a drinking. So suckle him. And this woman, she don't even have milk. She is not that young. In order to have milk, you have to have babies. You have to be a woman should deliver a child. Women, they don't have milk. Anytime you squeeze their nipples, they have milk there. They are not a refrigerator who open it and there's a bottle of milk and you drink from it. It says suckle him. He didn't say give him your milk. Suckle him. It doesn't matter what suckle. Suckle your nipples.
Yes. Firstly, there's no what do you call it? Firstly, I've been told that this is supposed to go in a bottle, and there's no.
My friend, this is a lie.
This is a lie. There's nothing sexual
I
about it.
challenge you to show me one person, one scholar. He said this is about suckling in a bottle. This is what the Muslims try to say today because this is shameful.
The scholar, I can show you a link where.
My friend, show me the
link.
scholar, and I will get them busted in a second because your prophet explained it.
Yeah, I can show you what do you call it.
Let me show you too. Let me show you. They are
I
lying
can show you the
to you.
explanation of the.
No, they cannot explain it. They are liars. If you want me, show me a scholar, not a link written by some idiot. Scholar means someone like Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, Ibn Kathir. Show me, no problem. Show me a
No, I'm
scholar.
not talking about that.
Okay, so those are not scholars. Anyone who wrote those articles these days is just to avoid the scandal of Islam. They are not a scholar, they are scumbag. So if you want to show me a scholar, name a scholar. A scholar is a scholar. Those who they are exist long time ago, and all the Muslims agree with them for centuries. Suddenly nobody want to read their books. Now,
No, this is a
you're
video on
prophet,
Sunni defense.
my friend. What's Sunni defense? Sunni idiot. Because you're a prophet.
Sunni defense.
My friend, you're a prophet. He explained it. The woman, he said to the woman, suckle him. Do you know what suckle him? Do you know what the word suckle means?
Like I said to you, it's supposed to go in a glass.
My friend, don't tell me drinking from a bottle. At that time, even there was no bottle. Secondly, he said suckle him. Does it say the word suckle him or it says a different word?
I'll post the link now. Just watch
Don't
the
post
video.
link. Read for me. Does it say in front of you? Sakal him.
Um, yeah, so it says Sukhl, yeah.
Okay, Sakal is not drinking from the bowl. In different hadith, your prophet, he said, breastfeed him. Does it say that?
Says what?
Breastfeed him.
Yeah, breastfeeding.
So what the drinking from the bowl? And this is why the woman, she was going crazy. How I'm going to do breastfeeding for the guy and he's an adult man? Otherwise, Muhammad, he said, don't worry, just give him a cup of milk and he would drink it. This is what I meant. He didn't say that. She said, how I'm going
No,
to
the one
breastfeed
interpretation
him,
is
and he is a
supposed to
grown
go in a
man.
cup.
Huh?
One interpretation goes in a cup. Secondly, it's not sexual because after this takes place, that person becomes a relative. So that person can then
False.
get married. or
You
have
can
intercourse
search in
or
the
anything like that.
internet. No, this is a big fat lie. There's no way, there's no Muslim scholar in the world agree that if a person suckle, an adult suckle, he will become forbidden. The forbidden in Islam but after suckling is only for an infant, not for an adult. This guy is an adult. So they are lying to you again, my friend.
Yeah, anyhow.
Okay, so now we notice that the Quran, which you claim is a preserve, is not a preserve. Did Aisha, she say that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah?
What was that? Say it again.
Did Aisha say that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah?
I haven't read that before.
Hmm?
I haven't read that before.
Okay, I can show you a reference. Let me show you some reference.
And what's the point of that? What was the point you're making?
Well, the point is very simple. If the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah, that means there's more than 200 verses are gone in one chapter alone. So when Aisha, she says such a thing, and you say to me that the Quran is preserved, that is a very silly statement. Where is that?
No, that could be anything. That could mean, if you look in context, you could say that could mean it's been abrogated by Allah.
My friend, this is what Aisha, she said. It was in the size of etc. What abrogated. This is what they have. This is what they have. If you let me show you. Do you know Arabic?
No, I know some words.
Okay, no problem. Read with me carefully. You can. I will give you the link. You can translate in Google. All right. It says. قال لي ابن أبي كعب, etc. I asked him, what is the numbers of the verses in Al-Ahzab? He said 27 verses or 37 verses. And he said, and if it was equal to Al-Baqarah, it was equal to Al-Baqarah, and we used to read for it in the verses of stoning to death. I said, and what is the verses of the stoning? He said, إِذَا زَنَى الشَّيْخُ وَالشَّيْخَ فَارْجُمُوهُمَا, etc. Then we go down. Let us see what Aisha, she said. Let us see. Here we go. عن عائشة قالت, عائشة, she said, كانت سورة الأحزاب تقرأ في زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم 200 آية، فلما كتب عثمان المصاحف لم يقدر منها إلا على ما هو الآن. The Ahzab was in the time of the Prophet, which means until he died, 200 verses. When Uthman, he collected his own Quran, he could not collect more than what he have today. What do you say about that?
What's the reference?
Here we go. This is the reference. Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran by the Imam Jalaluddin Abdul Rahman Abu Bakr Suyuti. Variant number 1, page number 662.
Yeah, I don't know if that if that's reliable.
I can give you at least 400 to 500 reference from Islamic books about the corruption of the Quran.
That's totally incorrect. You won't be able to.
I will not be able to.
From Hadith, from Sahih Hadith.
Well, those are lies.
You won't be able to from Sahih Hadith.
Okay, let us see if we can find from Sahih Hadith or not. The Hadith about the goat ate the Quran, was it Sahih or not?
Yeah, that was Sahih, but I don't regard that as
Okay.
that was your interpretation, your interpolation.
Okay, let us go and see if we can find in Sahih Hadith any corruption for the Quran. Now, if I show you from Sahih Hadith corruption of the Quran, what you will do?
There won't be any correct.
Okay, if I find you, let us make a challenge between me and you. If I find you from Sahih Hadith corruption of the Quran, what you will do, my friend?
It's impossible.
Okay, it's impossible, as you said, no problem. But if it is possible, what you will do?
It's a scenario. It's like impossibility. So you're telling me to start thinking about.
As long as it's impossible, so you will not be worried if you say, I will leave Islam if you find it for me, right?
Yeah, but I will never leave Islam because I'm certain about it.
What do you mean? You just said it's impossible, so why you are worried?
What's that?
You say it is impossible to find corruption in the Sahih Hadith.
Yeah, you won't be able to find corruption. In your opinion, it will be corruption, but I'm saying in my opinion, it won't be a corruption. It will be abdication or something like that.
Okay. So it doesn't matter even if I show you tons of reference from Sahih Hadith, we will not leave Islam, right?
Yeah, I will never leave Islam because your interpretation will be totally different. You show it and then you'll say it means this, means this, means this, but it obviously won't be. It won't mean that.
Let us see. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, see.
Okay. Do you see here Omar saying, I swear by Allah, had it not been so that the people might say, Omar made an addition to Allah book, I would have written it there. He was going to write there what?
So who says?
Omar is talking. We swear by Allah that there is something he would love to write in the Quran, but he's afraid that if he write, people will say he's adding something to the Quran. What he was going to write.
You just read from the start. I want to see. So where's this narration?
This narration is talking about the verses that is saying today.
So Umar, Allah sent the Prophet and the rest so we can see this. We are doing it also since his death. I am afraid the people might say with the passage of time we do not find the verse of stoning in the book of Allah, and this duty the stoning is a duty by Allah for married men. So yeah, you can go down a bit. problem with this?
The problem is not, it is not there. Umar himself, the caliphate, he said this is there's a problem here. He's going to see, you're saying this is a book, you receive it from Allah, Allah Messenger. He did not say to us, take it off. But now he's afraid if he is going to add, because Uthman is the one who wrote the Quran, he's afraid if he adds it, people will say, you know, Uthman, he made a mistake, he did not add the verse. Uthman is the one who collected the Quran. Umar now is saying, we have a problem, and afraid that people will say, oh, the book was the Quran. Right in the Quran. And he went out, it's not in the time of Uthman. Uthman is the one who corrected the Uthman is already, he made the Quran. Umar is complaining that the verses of the Islamic verse is missing. And he would love to add it. If he's a prophet saying, you see, he did not say the prophet said take it off. He did not say the prophet said he did not say the prophet said to him, do it this way. He said, I would love to add it. I swear by Allah, had not it been so that people might say, that people might say, Umar made an addition to Allah book, I would have written it there. So,
Yeah, so he's
highlighting the verse which is missing. The ruling he knew. The people, they knew the ruling. What is missing is the verse.
it says here there's no lesson.
What is missing, my friend? What do you know about? The ruling is what the verse. You know what the verse is? The ruling is missing.
It says here, that we do not find the verse. So he was worried about that people say, look, there's such a big reading. So that's the reason he was.
Yeah, so it's missing. And your prophet never said don't try
It's
that.
abrogated, that's what it was.
It's not abrogated. He's practicing the training. Listen to practice the training.
The verse was taken, so the ruling remained, so the ruling stayed behind.
My friend,
So
how
Allah
you
took
take,
the verse.
what is the wisdom of taking the verse, but you keep the ruling? How can you do that? You have to the verse, and you say the ruling, if you read the law. I mean, as long the ruling coming from where, my friend? The ruling coming from where? From the verse, correct?
The ruling can come from the Quran.
Okay, the verse from the verse itself. Allah is very good, right? The verse is the ruling, only the verse. What is the wisdom of the verse? The ruling is the follow. There's no wisdom.
You can't say there's no wisdom. There
Give me
could
the
be some
wisdom, man. Give me
wisdom.
wisdom. Okay, I say to you, you cannot drive in the light of the light of this. And then you say to me, okay, you're going to follow the Quran, but you don't have the light of the What is it?
It's Allah's choice. You can take the.
This is not
verse
Allah's
back
choice,
and
it's the
try.
God's choice. The God is the Quran, my friend. So stop saying to me Allah's choice. Show me where Allah, he said, don't try the verse of the stoning. Give me a reference.
What?
Give me a reference where Allah, he said to you, don't try the verse of the stoning. What?
Say that again. I think he.
I am saying, show me where Allah, he said to you, don't try this verse in the Quran.
He's obviously it's not in the Quran, so it's abrogated. So it's just common sense.
Where it says abrogated.
It's not in the Quran, so it's obviously
Where
abrogated.
it says abrogated in the hadith. Show me.
You put 2 and 2 together, so it's abrogated.
Where 2 and 2 are together? Where? Show me.
What do you mean? So
You see,
Allah
you see,
said in the Quran,
Muslims,
He abrogates
you
some
know what?
verses.
This abrogating story anyway, it's silly for me because your Quran anyway, it's a corrupt. I can prove to you that the Quran is corrupt because the Quran itself is a corrupt. You cannot corrupt the corrupted twice. Now let me ask you. What make you? I asked you from the beginning. What make you believe the Quran to be the book of Allah? You said the miraculous, and then you failed to give me the miraculous one after one. It became a lie and funny and fiction. I repeat the same question for you. Give me one thing you are very sure of one to make the Quran look really powerful and prove to me that it's coming from God. Can you do that?
There's plenty of things, the predictions of the future as well.
What?
Predictions of the future.
Like what?
So Allah said about the war that was going to happen. Allah said the end will happen in a certain time.
What
Allah said exactly.
Where is it? What?
1 minute, let me just pull it out. So it's regarding the Romans beating the Persians.
You can find it. Find it. So we can look at it. We can get some. Sure. Take it.
So yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it. So the verse is in 30, Surah 30, 1 to 6. So this is a prediction of the future that Allah has made, and no human can know this. Only Allah can know this.
Sorry, I don't know what you said.
I said this is a prediction of the future. It's in, I'll tell you the verse now. It's in Surah 30, verse 1 to 6. And this proves, we can't come from a human. This is one of the predictions. The name for the one is one of the predictions.
Because this verse proof to us that Muhammad is the false prophet. Be careful with me. This is the chapter of the Romans. Okay? It says, Alif Lam Mim. And if you ask what Alif Lam Mim means, you will not know. The Roman was vanquished in the near land. And they, after being vanquished, shall overcome. Ultimately, in order to save the world, but the Roman believed that the Persian didn't allow and the world of the Romans took very, very long before they got their land back and they had vanquished. So they say before it was the Persians. So if we calculate the numbers of where the Romans were, the Romans are talking the Quran here predicts that the Roman would be victorious again. And he used added the word victorious. And he said that the believer will be happy. Which means at this moment Muhammad was considering himself as a Christian because he believed that the Roman would be and they would be rejoiced. But when Muhammad is 3 years, he explained that he is a false prophet because the Roman is not there in 9 years. The Christian are large and large. If you go right now, all the five the siege they took over Jerusalem, and this is what the verse in the Quran is talking about. So when your prophecy claiming that the Roman will be victorious in a few years, simply he got himself busted because he mentioned.
No, he got it right. He got it right. It was.
No, my friend, because he used the word Buddha. Do you know what Buddha means?
Yeah, so it was 3 to 9 years. So he.
Okay. And okay,
so
how long it took the Roman to take back we are talking about the defeat of the Persian Empire. That's wonderful. Now, how long it took the Roman after they lost Jerusalem to
the person in charge of Persia attacked Byzantine and controlled the Syria, Palestine, and North Africa. And he attacked Jerusalem, all its sepulchre, and destroyed numerous cities.
When the Roman they were able to
not sure if that's the last Bible. I'm saying this was when they got control of Syria, Palestine, and North Africa.
No, my friend. Who is the one take control? Who is the one take control?
The person who's called Khusru Parvis.
No, who is the one who took control? Is the Roman or the Persian? Let's get back to zero. Which year the Roman was defeated?
By who?
By your scholars.
Yeah, depends which scholars.
Which scholar you got? Which one is your favorite? We have all colors. Do you see my screen? The king of Greece over Asham, the great Syria. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he says, at that time, the one who was the king of the Roman is Hercules, the emperor of the Roman. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if we go and we find when this person was fighting with the Persian, that will make it simple for you. If we go right now, it says that this king, during his time, the war, it was between the 602 and 628. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which year those people, they took the land of, or let's say, Jerusalem? Can
624.
Can you read the screen?
So on the screen it says 602 to 628.
Okay. So simply, if they lost Jerusalem in 614, and then it took them until 628 to be victorious, is that a few years?
I'm not sure what battle, whether this is accurate or not.
You see, I'm not, I just search and etc. and it's there, I am not a scholar in history. I just search. You can search the same as I did. It says here that in the year 627, Hercules invaded the heartland of Persia. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the defeat of the Roman happened long after the 9 years Muhammad was expecting.
No, from my knowledge, it wasn't. It happened in
What do you
9
mean?
years.
What do you mean
It
from
was
your
big.
knowledge? What do you mean from your knowledge?
From what I learned.
See, here we go. So you Muslims, this is the problem. You Muslims, you don't go and study and investigate. Here we go, the internet in front of you. I'm not making things up. You can go and search and check it out. And you will see what's happening. And then you will see it says, oh, this is history. This is not a Christian. This is not Jewish. This is not Jewish. This is Korean. And you will find exactly what's happening. So based on the history, the last date of victory of the Persian was in the year 627. 627 he invaded, the war came, and the Persian they surrendered. They don't want to have war no more. They accepted the conditions of the Roman in the year 628. So your prophet gave a false prophecy. Let me show you, as long as you are the one talking about the Roman. Okay? You're a prophet to prophesy about the Roman. And he says that the Roman, they will be the majority of mankind. So the Roman, they will be victorious, and they will be majority of the mankind. Read it before. I heard Allah Messenger, peace upon him, saying, as he said, the last hour will come when the Roman will form the majority among the people. Not the first prophet or not.
Yeah, it's not false.
What do you mean? What is the Roman now? Where we can find the Roman?
Was Romans not Christians?
The Roman are not the Christians. The Roman are Roman, my friend. I am not Roman. Roman are people. It's not a religion.
What this word was used for Romans?
What?
What was used for Romans in Arabic?
The Roman, this is their name before they become a Christian. They used to be Christian, but their name is Roman. They become a Christian, their name is Roman. The Roman has nothing to do with the religion. So the Roman has nothing to do with religion. So you prophet here, prophesying. So here we have two prophecies from your prophet about the Roman, which is false, proving Muhammad to be a false prophet.
No, what's the description of Romans? That's
The Roman is the Roman. The Roman is the Roman. What is the Roman? This is the Roman. This is the other Roman. The other Roman. Huh? The Roman is the Roman. The Roman. Now you don't know who is the Roman? Even now you don't know who the Egypt has bigger population than Rome right now. So how we can say the Roman they became the majority of mankind?
it depends what it's referring to when it says Romans.
Okay, you tell me what he's referring to. Here we go. He said the Roman. He did not say the Christians. When you say Roman, no, you have an idea. You are the one who said to me, you're a prophet. He said the room. Now, suddenly we do not know what the room. Is it the Quran? Is your book who says the room? The room is the Roman. Is the one who have empire. It's called Rome. So here we go. You keep saying depends on the so now your prophet he gave us one history. What about your prophet? He says that a summary he was in the time of Moses. How your prophet he made such a mistake? As long as you are talking about history and it's a prophet. How a summary was exist in the time of Moses? This is a stupid mistake. Chapter 2095 is speaking about the person who's called the Samaritan. The Samaritan, he spoke to Moses. the world this is happening. Yes, he is exposing himself, and everybody who read this, he laugh. This is beyond stupidity. This is not only a mistake. This is stupid. It's like saying
No,
to you,
you'd be stupid, but
imagine I say to you now, what does the master have to do with Moses? Prophet, he says that the family he spoke to Moses and the people of Moses,
as a silly and stupid.
yes, it is silly because this is not the time. It's the same as when he said that Haman, he was the minister of Pharaoh. Haman was not the Egyptian. Haman was an Iraqi.
Was it Haman a title?
Haman is a name, not a title, according to the Quran. And this is not an Egyptian. The Quran even speak about the Pharaoh who ordered Haman to take the Pharaoh of Babel, the land. The Pharaoh of Babylon is not in Egypt. The Pharaoh said to Haman, "This for me, the Pharaoh said, I can see the God of Moses." But this is not about the Pharaoh. This is about the Babylon. Your God is messed up God. Everything in the history. Your God, you said that Mary is the sister of Pharaoh. Mary is the sister of Pharaoh. When the Jews they get Muhammad busted, he said, "Oh, they used to call them by their great ancestor." But Aaron, but Mary, she is not from the ancestor of Aaron. She is not from the same tribe. But look, this is what happened. Musa is from Aaron. You have a sister. Her name is Maryam. If I ask you, what is the name of the father of Moses according to Islam? Can you search Google?
Of who?
What is the name of the father of Moses according to Islam?
I'm not sure in Islam.
Search. I can give you the answer, but I want you to find it yourself. The name of the father of Moses according to Islam is Umran. Search.
It's coming up as Amran.
I want you to find it yourself. I don't want you to say could be. I want you to be sure. I don't want you to say I'm making things up. I want you to be sure that this is what it says. Did you find it?
No, you're showing in the Bible it says Amram.
No, in the Bible it's not. In the Bible,
It says in the Jewish scripture the father of Moses and Harun is Amram in Exodus.
Amram, not
6:20.
Amram. So as you see, you're a prophet. He went from the Jewish book. He found that there's a guy. He is the father of Musa. His name is Amram, but he thought it is Amran. So he told the Muslims that Mary is the daughter of Amran and Moses is the son of Amran and Aaron is her brother. They are from the same family. What family? There's thousands of years between them. The same father they have for Mary is the same father of Moses. My friend, they are not even from the same tribe. Mary is not from the tribe of Musa. What family? So there's hundreds and hundreds of years between them. They are not even from the same tribe. And then suddenly, Mary became the sister of Aaron. How this happened? And Imran is the father of Mary, and the father of Musa, and the father of Aaron.
Um,
What do you think? This is the book Al-Kamil fi Tarikh, written by Ibn al-Athir. Volume number 1, page number 150. The story of Musa, peace upon him. He is Musa, the son of Umran. Do you see it? Mary in the Quran, she is the daughter of Umran. And she is the sister of Aaron. And Aaron is the brother of Musa. All right, my friend. Anything else you want to show me to prove the Quran? Until now, you failed to prove me anything about the Quran to be from God. Everything you said to me, it was a disaster. Do you have something else? Something stronger than anything
there's no contradictions in the Quran.
There is no contradiction in the Quran. Is that right?
No.
Okay. What are the three? Which one Allah created? The tree or the stars? The trees, the grass, the substance, the water, or the stars?
Don't know.
Try.
Don't know, maybe stars.
Maybe the stars. Okay. Well, according to you, Allah created first the earth, right? Sorry, the stars, the sky.
No, from the two you just gave me.
Which one Allah created first?
What, from the two options you just gave me?
Okay, which one He created first? When you say the stars before the water, so what does that mean?
No, I don't get your point. What do you mean? So, the trees or the stars?
Okay. Which one, the first thing Allah He created first? In chapter
The
2,
first thing-
I will help you. In chapter 2, verse number 29, it says, "It is He who created for you that all in earth, and then He turned to the heaven, and He fashioned it as 7 heavens." So based on this verse, what Allah created first?
No, Allah created something else before that. Allah created something else before that. There's institutions of opinion in the scholars, some call it the sun, some call it the water.
We have Quran. If there's anywhere in the Quran that says Allah created first then?
No, and even in this verse,
He turned to the heaven and He moved in 7 heavens, correct?
yeah.
Okay. So everything in the earth created, and then He worked in the heaven, yes?
necessarily it's going to be in order like that. It could be just Allah telling us that this is how He did it.
I'm asking you. Everything in the earth or everything in the heaven based on this verse?
I'm not sure. So it depends on
My friend,
how
if you wanna play
it's from
games,
my
okay,
view.
you see, there's no point of
Different ways of
if you want to play
marketing.
games. I mean, don't tell me you're not sure. The verse in front of you is very simple. It says, it is He who created for you all that in earth. Then He turned to the heaven and made them seven. So,
Depends on what does
okay,
it
my
mean
friend,
here,
thank you. Depend for your game. I'm wasting my time with you. Depend. What depend? It's in front of you. Depend. Honestly, it doesn't matter. If you want to say, I can do this and give you a hand, I feel that you are not doing this. The problem is that you don't know what that. What is that? The Quran is the first of the In this verse here, Allah claimed that He created everything in the earth, and then He started working in the heaven and making things. But this is so different from what in chapter number 41. You get there this time. Let us go first to chapter 79. In chapter 79, verse number 28, it says, And how has He raised His Son, and He has given order in the heaven. It is my earth, He reserves His darkness, and splendor there He brings out His light. And the earth, no order that has been half Change the translation. Just to how good That's why we cannot trust the Muslim translation. It doesn't say more over. And after that, look, we change the translator, look what happened after that. And after that, He split the earth. And then after that, He proceeded the water and its substance. And after that, He made the mountain. And after that, He created the earth. And so what we learn from this? That He created the sky, He finished it. He made the day and the night, which means He created the stars. As you see. And then after that, He starts working in the earth. That's in chapter 2. Allah created first everything in earth, and then He went to heaven. Not only that. If we go to different verse in the Quran, you will see it says the following. Here, this is some Muslims here. They say the word dahaha means He made it like a circle, but the fact it says made it flat. Read carefully with me here. Let us go. Never waste your time with somebody who want to play games. There is no fun. Read carefully with me here. Say, O Muhammad, into the other world, disbelieve. You verily in Him who created the earth in 2 days, and ascribed into Him reviles. And He is the Lord of the world. Okay, thank you. He placed therein firm hills rising above it, and He pleased certain and measured therein all the things in 4 days alive. So Allah He created after He created the earth in 2 days. Took Him another 4 days to create all things in the top of the earth, water, trees, grass, etc. Then He turned to the sky and Then he ordained them in 7 heavens, and he made the lamps. So the lamps made after Allah, he made the substance, the tree, the grass, the water. When the grass and the water is done, the heaven was. If we go to the other verse, no, the story was different. Then he went to the sky and he made them 7. In the other chapter, sky, and then he went to the earth, and then he created the heavens and the sun. Which one is accurate? Which one? The earth first. And finish everything in the earth, including water, grass, trees, or the stars first. In chapter 41, the stars and the lamps was at the end. The grass, it was stage number 2. Allah created the earth in 2 days. And then 4 days, he put all the measure of like the substance of the earth. In 4 days, trees and water. Then he went to the sky was smoke, which means at this moment, there was nothing in the sky. And then he created the stars, and he put the lamps, and he made the day and the night. In chapter 2, Allah created everything in the earth, and then he went to the 7 heaven, and he made them 7 heaven, or to the heaven and made them 7. In chapter 79, Allah finished first the sky, period. Everything in it. Are you harder to create or the heaven to build? He raised it high, therefore, in order. And he made dark night, therefore, which means now he created the stars. And after that, he started working the earth. And after that, he produced water and substance. And after that, he made the hills and the mountains. And after that, he created animals. 100%. So, you say if the Quran is not from